everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Tush Allen, and in today's video we'll be talking about how to live in the Netherlands on a budget. Well, my very first video on YouTube was about the tips on how to get around in a new country, particularly in the Netherlands, and you guys loved it and asked me to record another video along these lines. Well, here I am.
Tush Allen.
My very first tip is kringloop. Well, kringloop are basically economical shops that are located all over the Netherlands. So all you have to do is Google for a location that is close to you, the opening hours. Some people, when they are like leaving to go to elderly homes, definitely they have like a lot of household items that they don't want to take off to the dumpster, and maybe someone else will need it. So they call up the kringloop guys, and those guys will come and pick up the items from that person's home and clean them up, fix them in case there is anything that is, out of shape, and put them in the shops, in those shops. So when they put them in those shops, all the proceeds, all the money that comes from those items, when they sell them, goes to charity. So it's more like a non-profit organization. So that explains why the prices in those shops are really low. If you are not yet working and you're a student, you don't have a lot of money at your disposal to just spend on very expensive items, and yet maybe you'd like to furnish your apartment, you'd like to live a considerably good lifestyle. So you can do this at a budget by shopping from these shops. Or you don't even have to be a student. Sometimes you're just like a normal person that wants to live on a budget. The items in these shops are definitely in very good shape because, like I said, the kringloop guys come and fix them up, and since it's a non-profit organization, definitely the prices are very, very friendly. I'll give you an example. I bought this this fitness ball. So if you find it in the shops, it will be maybe 20 or 25 euro, and I got it for as low as 2 euro from kringloop. It's in perfect shape and it does just its job, because sometimes it's cold around here and we need to do like some exercises in the house, around the home without having to get out. Yes, so in kringloop you'll find a variety of items. They have home decor items, sofas, they have dining tables, picture frames, sports items, silverware, plates, dishes. Everything is in kringloop, so you need a lot of time. Just be sure to Google for a location that is close to you, because if you buy those bulky items, you might want to transport them back home and you don't want to make a long commute. The second one is PRIMARK. So if you have stayed in the Netherlands for some time, you definitely know that these shops are located all over. They have various locations all over the Netherlands. It's an economical clothing brand that is open for quite longer than most ordinary shops. So you'll have some time to go, maybe after your lectures or after your shift if you are working. The clothing is at a very reasonable price. Like when you see the items in that shop, you just won't imagine how cheap you buy them, because the items are really, really good and at very low prices. So they have still quite a variety. They have jumpers, they have scarves, because it's getting cold now. You need that winter clothing. So they have gloves, boots, dresses, leggings, really warm leggings, and to mention but a few. Everything concerning clothing or jewelry, you can pass by PRIMARK and you will get it at a very low price. We have marktplaats. Well, this is like a Dutch translation for marketplace. It's on Facebook. It can be found on Facebook. Well, Facebook now changed its name to Meta, so you can find marktplaats on Meta. You just search on the Facebook menu and then you check for marketplace, and you will be able to see the items that are on sale around the area, around your location that you said. a local eBay in the Netherlands, and you can still find a variety of items on there. The beauty about Marktplaats is you can get even some free items. Scroll in the description and find out if the seller is asking for an offer or actually giving out the item free of charge. Also, it's important you should set up a location that is maybe 5 or 10 kilometers close to where you are, so that you don't have to make very long commutes to the seller or to pick up the item from the seller, because it will actually beat the whole goal of this video, which is keeping things at a budget. You should also check the seller's profile to see how long they have been using Facebook, especially if they have a very attractive offer. Just try to check their Facebook profile and see if they have any reviews, or if they just like recently joined Facebook. If it's like a week-old account, you should be extra careful while buying from such an account. And you know, you should when you go to the seller, you should see the item first before you pay for it. So avoid situations of you having to transfer the money to them before you actually get the items, because you might be scammed. Now, the disadvantage about Marktplaats is most adverts are in Dutch, but this shouldn't be a hindrance, because Facebook always translates automatically, or if that doesn't work for you and you have Google Translate on your phone, you can always translate the Dutch to English. Yeah, and like I mentioned in my very first video, most of the people here speak English, so if you are not comfortable having a conversation in Dutch, you can always ask someone like, do you speak some English? Most of them speak English, and you might be able, you know, to communicate better. If you watched my very first video, you know that bicycles or bikes are a very important part of the Netherlands. But if you are a student, or if you just moved to the Netherlands, probably you don't want to spend so much to buy a bicycle, and yet you would like to move around. Yeah, so on Marktplaats still you can find bicycles priced really low, and they are in perfect shape. So just be sure when you contact the seller and go to check the bicycle, just make sure the metal bar that holds the lock is still intact, and the bicycle should at least have 2 keys, so that you don't buy a stolen one. Bikes are very fairly priced. You can find a bike for as low as 50 or 30 euro, of which if you go to the store to buy a new bicycle, you'll definitely never find it at that price. Before you pay, check the overall condition of the bicycle, so that you don't have to actually spend so much on maintenance, because this will beat the whole purpose of having to live on a budget. You that would like to move between European cities at a budget, there is an app called BlaBlaCar, an online marketplace for carpooling. For BlaBlaCar, they have both a website and an app. So the website and mobile app connect drivers and passengers who are willing to travel between cities and share the cost of the journey. Of course, it's much more convenient or even comfortable for you to use a private car if you are traveling to, let's say if you are in the Netherlands and you're traveling maybe to Belgium or France or any other European country. It's much more convenient for you to use a private car than a train, because some of these drivers actually are kind enough to offer pickup services, so maybe they'll even pick you up from home. The company does not own any cars of its own. It's just like a middleman between the passenger and the driver. It acts on a commission for every booking, but still the price is very low compared to what you would actually pay if you went, on your own between those cities. Very common question here, that is it even possible for someone to get a cheap train ticket in the Netherlands? Well, I have a tip for that, and don't worry, I'm not asking you to break the law in any way, but just a few tips to work around the system. Group tickets. Now, if you are traveling with friends, maybe to go sightseeing, you don't have to pay individually. There is a fairly priced ticket that can go for only €8 for up to 4 people traveling at the same time to the same destination. That's for off-peak hours. This is to anywhere in the Netherlands. So if you are traveling with a group of friends, be sure not to pay individually. Try to go for the group ticket because it's fairly priced. Then we have Traject Vrij. Now this is a seasonal ticket for a fixed route, and it's seasonal in a way that it's usually a monthly or annual ticket depending on what you can afford as a person. This can help in cases where you have to commute from home to a workplace and you do this almost daily. You don't have to pay like, you know, for individual trips. You can go for this for this seasonal ticket. It's much fairly priced. Now the advantage about this is you get a 40% discount when traveling to other routes during off-peak hours. So it's important to know which are the off-peak hours. Just Google for off-peak hours or off-peak services and you'll know the timings of that particular service. Also, we have weekend tickets. Now in the Netherlands, the weekends are considered off-peak as well. These, compared to the normal weekday ticket, are very low priced as well. So if you are going anywhere on a weekend, be sure to take advantage of this offer. And the beauty about it is you don't have to wait for the weekend to use this ticket. You can also use it during weekdays, but only in the off-peak hours. So use the journey planner to check for which ones are the off-peak hours for the different trains, because the off-peak hours keep varying. So I'll not tell you that this is the off-peak hour or something. So it depends. Just check online. They usually vary, and find out if the time that you are traveling to a particular place is off-peak and take advantage of these great offers. Well, this is all I was able to gather for you for this video. If you have not yet watched my very first video on the tips on how to get around if you are new to the Netherlands, please have a look at it. I'll link it for you to check out, and also in the description. If this video has been helpful to you, be sure to let me know in the comment section, and don't forget to give it a thumbs up. If you have not yet hit the subscription button, this is the time for you to do it, because I have so much in store for you. Otherwise, till next time, see you in the next video. Bye.